Hi, this is Amanda Stablein. Today we're going to start talking about the Google Calendar. Today I'm going to show you a few things. First, I'll give you a general overview of what Google Calendar is. Then I'll show you how to create, edit, and share a calendar with other people in multiple different ways. Google Calendar is a wonderful tool. It helps you to keep track of your appointments and events at school and on the go. You can create calendars for your school or classroom and then share them with your colleagues, students, and your community. Google Calendar integrates with Gmail and it's compatible with many popular calendar applications. Whether you're in school, at home, or on the go, it's easy to stay connected and on task with Google Calendar. To get started, there are two ways to access. You can either access it by clicking on the Apps icon in the top right corner and choosing Calendar. Or you could do this by opening a new tab and typing in calendar.google.com. Once the calendar is open, it will open to your default view and settings. If you want to change those default settings, you can click on the settings icon and go into your settings to change those defaults. I'm going to leave those alone for now, and I want to create a new calendar. So over on the left-hand side in the menus next to My Calendar, I'll click on the down menu and create a new calendar. The calendar I'm going to create today is going to be called A Stablein Lesson Plans. I'm going to use this calendar to keep track of my lesson plans throughout the year. I can create events that repeat on a daily basis, and I can also make some attachments, which you'll see in later lessons. So the description here is just going to be lesson plans for Amanda Stablein's classroom. I want to make sure that my time zone is set to where I live. And I can choose to share this calendar with others now, or I can change those settings later. I'll come back and share this to you later after I create the calendar. So at the very bottom, I'm going to click on Create Calendar. And now I'm ready to start creating some events. To cause less confusion, I'm going to turn off my default calendar with my own events on it. And I'm going to make sure that my Stablein lesson plan calendar is turned on. And to do that, I just click on it. It will take the color out of the box to turn it off, or puts the color back into the box to turn it on. So what I'll do first is go over to August. That's when we'll start our new school year. And I'm going to click on August 3rd. That's our first day back. And the first event I want to create is attendance and announcements. I want to make sure that the calendar is set for Stablein lesson plans. I could create event and just make that so that it lasted the entire day. I could put in a shortcut to some different times here, or I can click on edit event to get the full detail screen where I can start adding in my full details. I'm going to take out the checkmark for all day, and I'm going to add in times, and this will last from 8:20 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Okay, and I am going to repeat this event, so I'll click on the repeat checkbox, and I'm going to repeat this on Monday to Friday, and I want this to end on, and I can click here for a calendar date. We go on vacation the 12th, so I will check on the 9th, so that it will go every Monday to Friday until October 9th. I'll click on Done. Description, enter attendance using Teacheries. Listen for announcements over intercom. I could add an attachment if I wanted with maybe a class list if I had a sub and I needed that class list to be available. I can also change the event color. For now, I'm going to leave all of my events the same color so that the calendar events are all going to look alike. And then I can either be marked as available or busy. I'll mark busy because I will be very busy during that time. And then visibility, calendar default, I'll leave that with the calendar. So anybody who can see the calendar will be able to see that event. I'll go ahead into the top and click on Save. And it should show up every Monday through Friday in purple on that calendar. Again, to turn that calendar off, I'll click on the box here. And to turn it back on, I can click it back on. So the other events that I want to start in here, I'll click on August 3rd again. And I know that my prep period is going to be from 11 to 11:30 every day, so I can type in prep period. For that same calendar, edit event, And instead of all day, I know that is going to be every day from 11 to 11:30. And again, I'm going to repeat that every Monday to Friday from now until October 9th. Once I have saved that again should show up as a repeating list. And now I'm ready to list the rest of the activities from my daily schedule. I did one day in advance down here for August 10th. I just added in some things. So if I go to the agenda view at the top right hand corner and scroll down to August 10th, you can actually see a list of each of those activities and the time that they occur. To see more details about each of those activities, I could click on the little plus sign or the minus sign to turn that off. Now for Rotation 2, Reading Group B, I did want to show you, if I click on Edit Event, I did, when I created this event, add it in for the description. This is where I would put in my goals and standards, any materials that I might need, the students that would be in that group at the time, and just a short description of the activity that we would be doing that day. Then at the bottom, I just, again, could then add an attachment if I needed to. Maybe there was a worksheet that went with our story or a printable that they needed. I could add that attachment there. And this means that everything's organized and in the same place every time I need it. Another reason I would add those attachments and make sure that each of the days are set up exactly how they should be is because I could share this calendar then with my principal to turn in my lesson plans. I could share it with our sub coordinator in case I had to miss a day. They would have something to give the sub to do. Or I could then share it with parents and students as well. So to share the calendar, next to the name of the calendar on the left-hand side, I'll click on the down menu and click on Share this calendar. I have a few different options. As I said before, and I'll go ahead and just remove her real quick so I can add her in again. Mrs. Brashy is our school principal. I've already shared it to her. And then I would share it with Chrissy Winters, who is our sub-coordinator. That way she would have access to all of my lesson plans at all times as well. Once I click Save, it will automatically send them an email and share that folder, or the calendar, I'm sorry, to them. I could also, under the same settings, so click on that down arrow and share this calendar. At the very top, click on Calendar Details. I could copy and paste this HTML code into my Google site if I wanted to embed the calendar straight into my site. Or I could copy and paste this link here and send it as a link in an email to any other parents that may want access to this or students. So to review, today we talked about what Google Calendar is. It's a versatile time management application suitable for scheduling needs of administrators, teachers, and students. Some of its most important features and benefits include the ability to access it on mobile devices and share the calendars with a variety of options. Also, we learned how to create and edit and share a calendar with people. Next time, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a meeting as an event, to add a location to the event, link a reference video in the description, add an attachment, create a guest list, and add notifications to events. Until next time.